7 because Apbren's at match point, folks. Here we go. They're also on the play, by the way. Standing on the Fredrin, the Baksha, and the Edith, while Blacks International takes out the Joy, the Nolan, and the Matilda.
So still very similar band. Has this been the same bands every time from Apbren? I feel like throughout the entire series, maybe, albeit the Edith, the Akai is open.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 is the same.
But also, I'm wondering, have we seen Edward actually play the Trizzla every single game? What did he switch up to? Because the Trizzla is one thing that, I don't know, maybe they need to change for this one. Because the Faramis is picked up first from Apbren, so they're there.
Right.
It's Trizzla every time, right?
Oh no, he's been Riz this whole time.
Yeah.
1-1 with the Riz.
You're right, yeah. It's just all been Trizzla. Okay. See if that changes. Okay, no Aldous.
Okay, Akai Valentina.
That's already settled. But yeah, okay. So they don't go crazy. They say, hey, it's match point, stick to our strengths. Believe that you're going to get what you want to get with what we've been shining with all season long. And I'm not going to knock those things. It's worked out for a long time for them. See if they can pull that through. Apbren is left on the table. See if they can try to force Blacklist to pick up the marks. Also, Arlott, Flap Teasy's feeling it, what Apbren is saying, and they go Martis. Roman gold will be the last team. Unless, I'm also just not going to turn off the idea that this might be a Rome Arlott. However, that's usually picked up against Assassins. So, good chance it is XP lane, and we'll make Blacklist think, hey, are we still really going to pick up the Trizzla, or are we going to do something different here for Edward? Maybe? They feel like it?
This early on, as a preemptive answer.
Bren might ban it out. Want something more aggressive. He played so many games as Trizzla. So they'll go for their Mark first. Bruno, so they're going to try and pinch Super Marco, but there's a lot of options available right now.
There's H-Man. Closing the gap here between Ohem and Super Marco. Looking at the index. Man, Apbren, they understand. I think the numbers don't matter to them anymore. Right now, what we're reading, what we're seeing is they're in a state of flow. Yeah. They understand that this is the kit we need. This is how we've been playing so far. And if Blacks International, we all don't catch up to the pace, we're taking home the championship.
Taking out the Sticky while they have an Arlott, signaling something. Oakland's pick here might be more traditional.
The Tar.
But, sorry, excuse me?
The Tar.
The Mino. But giving it to the Valentina though is very risky, especially that you're already up against an Akai.
What do you give though? The Netherrealm or the Fury?
That's true.
There's some level of decision making that you need to make.
Yeah, and we've had a long-held theory that one of the things that you can do to deal with the Valentina is to just overload her in choices.
Yep. Your engagement and the way you approach fights change depending on what ult you steal.
Oh, finally Novario shows up para sa pad. Poor girl.
She's not going to be picked today, man. At least for now.
You can see Coach Dexar hovering over the Hitman's shoulder. And Coach MTV seems to be spewing off a bit of instructions. What is the play here? Is this a time? True Ube.
Final Ube. That's what we're...
Oh, he's nodding.
Oh, give him the go. Oh,
okay.
He gets a changeup.
How true can you get when you go back to Agent Zero's roots?
Yep. Tough for the Clint, tough for the Beatrix. So they're going to really have to make a choice here. And I like how Blacklist approaches this. Now they're going for fast, they're going for speed, they're going for quick scaling. Well, Bren, how are they going to round this out? Are you still just going to go Irithel here? Classic Eerie Bruno, what is your roamer? Are you really going to go for a setup? Kick off? Maybe. You already have 2 frontliners. What if you go Kaja? What if you go Fusion? But you're giving ultimates now to Valentine.
Tough choice.
Yeah. Lots of routes that they can go for. It's a trade. It's an obvious trade.
Going down the wire here, the final 2 picks.
It's Irithel. And it's Ruby. But Loisy is watching and saying, hey, I know that hero.
Interesting. There's so much CC available to Apbren, bro. And I guess that's exactly why they took Piggy out.
Same situation as game 4, man.
Yeah.
4-1. It's just the Irithel that really is just dishing out damage. Everyone else puts you in place.
What if this is the swing jungle pick?
Makan guys.
No,
Makan
I'm
ya.
leaning towards Kupra. Oh, there it is. It's back. It is back, folks.
Wait, so the Akai is the roam?
Yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah. That was the swing.
Yeah, that was the swing. I was thinking about it. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, is actually not a signature of Bren, but a signature of his former compatriot, Yawi. This is a signature Akai roam.
Speaking of Yawi, him and H2O Marakino, a dance on social media. They're going to have to roll in honor of their good friend and brother because they didn't pick the Cho or the Matilda. Let's look at the index.
Yeah, support utility high for Apbren, crowd control very, very close. Objective close. Push a little bit stronger for Blacklist because they do have the Bruno. Overall damage, this is a very on-par draft. I think the only edge right now from Apbren is the burst that they have. The Benedetta might struggle here, but the thing is, this Popol and Koopa is set up for success. It's not going to be the Bruno, it's the Popol and Koopa they've set up for success. They're up against the Benedetta in that lane. It's going to be good for Sensui.
There's a magic word that Blacks International have to consider, and Apbren are starting to wonder, how do we address this? And that's
guys.
we got to get in there to get this done. And it looks like Blacks International not going to let it happen, not so quick. Game number 5 here, match point for Apbren for the Season 12 Championships. It's a foot, Apbren with a quick start.
Look at this, Renegade already playing into this side of the jungle. Just going to get the information that they need and work around with that.
What the Blacklist International? They know that they can control the jungle with Kyle Teams. They just send it high. They don't have to worry. Kyle gets stuck without a problem. They're going to punish him.
This is troublesome. Already getting that flicker out. It's good that he had that, but again, you know, this is crucial for Blacklist.
High roll. Will throw off. Finding play for Bren, especially around that nether realm. He's going to have to hold on to that. All the toughest things that you can build for an Akai picked up. Put yourself together for that movie. And tenacity actually for that Bruno. So that's acknowledgement by Oheb, knowing how important he is here in this composition for Blacklist International. And just like in the Popol and Koopa, gonna be rushing damage, Assassin Emblem.
Yep. Triple flicker on Apbren. I think that's how they're going to address the whole range situation. Renegade in trouble.
Renegade, they know he doesn't have a flicker here. First blood go in the hands of Kyle Teasy. There's the answer though. Haji couldn't get the cleanup he was looking for, and Sensui joins a little bit late. So first blood in the hands of Apbren.
Great space here for Blacks International, given that they sent Kyle Teasy home. And Sensui looking to rush this first major objective.
Not a worth a trade there. Hoping to try to delay, but it looks like Blacklist will take this turtle without a problem.
Should be able to. They're going to try to hold it down. Sensui will secure it. Now Apbren just going to back off here. Blacklist happy with that.
Good read of the situation by Blacklist International, seeing that Kyle Teasy got 3 hits from that turret. Of course, the Terrify from Haji's Valentina coming in clutch. Make sure that he'll get that. So it'll be a reset for Apbren. See if they can make up for it by getting the second turtle, or maybe a gang.
Something to talk about is the bottom lane matchup. Gold lane. What's going on over there? I mean, it's clear that maybe... Oh, wait. Edward! Ooh! Eye for an eye right at the final slash.
Yep, that's what Edward says.
Okay.
The Jefe of the Efe. Eye for an eye, yes.
Great. That works.
Cool.
I like it.
Here we go. Let the Wanderer fight.
Still going to be going here. They find the lockdown with a heavy spin. Trying to turn it around. They can't do it. Blacklist International finds what they need to in the early part of this game. And now they're going to push Marco back from the turret as well.
Marco here in trouble. Could not even get the cards. And look at this 3-minute push is happening.
That's what Blacklist wants to do, and they are able to maximize it. Oheb actually didn't run it. He was waiting for the minis to come just a little bit closer so that he'll get something out of it. The Sakai pickup, surprise by Blacklist International, working out very well for them. It's Sensui and Oheb Arlen. At this point, they're okay.
Yep.
Hot loss already goes up by the Bruno. 1,000 is the gold lead.
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like for this entire series, this is the biggest lead this early on. 2,000 gold right now for Blacklist International. A ton of that also just helping them scale up really well. Again, you mentioned this, Redmar, in the draft. They want to go fast. They want to build up and scale fast, and Oheb is on course for that.
How better do it than to shrink the map and make that gap between your more gold lane mate, all the more larger.
They're playing around the more the foil of the farmers as well. Every time they see that we can no longer avoid being crowd control, Blacklist just go all in.
It's going to be a crucial one once again, the fight for this turtle. There goes Renegade, goes in, huge Electo final blow. Flap teasing out quite low, Sensui secures the second turtle here. And Blacklist is on to a great start.
Amazing. A single heavy spin, able to neutralize 2 or 3 heroes from Apbren single-handedly.
Wow, what a surprise pickup by Blacklist, and it's working out in spades, and it's working out everywhere as Renegade doing the dance of his own drum. And you see right now, it's just that Iritha is getting decimated in lane because of how well Blacklist were able to supplement Oheb. Supermarket can't do much. At some point, I think Bren will have to understand the fact that they will lose.
Huge! I'm offended in the final slash! What a combination! A wombo combo! Super Marco gets a double kill out of it.
Huge. Apbren clap back right then and there. Heavy spin versus I'm offended. What is a true game changer?
World, those are our rovers for M5, and they've been putting on a show so far, and I feel like that was the most respectful recall spam ever. That's acknowledgement of game recognized game by Renegade and Oakwind.
Like Ricochet and Will Ospreay from NJPW, you know it, man. Looking at this bottom lane situation, Super Marco recovering well, but Blacks International, are they stepping on the clutch here? Are they changing gears? Because they know now that, hey, if Oakwind makes the call, they can collapse.
It's going to be a slightly different changing of gears. And by that I mean they're just gonna switch up lanes, try to make the most out of the map space creation from the Benedetta. But yes, they're really gonna have to watch their positioning as well. They love clumping up together. They gotta be careful with that.
So far, it's all turtles going over to Blacks International. Apbren yet to get one. Last one spawning up in the upper quarter, 5 seconds from now. And I'm liking the control that Apbren are putting here, because they can force the issue. They can force these big ticket ults, right? Yeah. But Blacks International, they're spreading out too far, so not happening just yet. Blacklist looking to keep this 2K gold lead.
As it stands though, Blacklist International are winning the map.
Again, Flap TZ goes in with a flicker. The final fall. They lose their jungler. NetherRealm going to come back. Renegade runs out of here. Edward trying to keep them at bay. I'm offended from Oakwind. There's the follow-up. The low and OM will fall. And now it's Haji in trouble, all left alone. What a statement from Apbren.
It's the Filipino cannon and Master Oakwind yet again. It looked like Blacklist countered that beautifully with Edward's eye for an eye, petrified. But Apbren said, no, this turtle is mine.
Kyle Teasy here scores it with Renegade hoping to maybe find that small frame, that small window to steal. And with that, Blacklist loses the lead. Just about 400 gold ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Few now ranked second in the MPL all-time assists, surpassing Yelly Hayes with 2,311. Big fight up top.
They're still locked down with a heavy spin. They'll find Flap TZ.
Renegade, they're confident. And Blacklist showing Apbren, you can pick, we can pick too. Apbren needs to gather their bearings right now. Super Marco able to push that bottom lane. Side lane's gonna come back for both teams, how well they can manage it, because right now Apbren, they've just been able to catch Blacklist off surprise with those 2 pickoffs that they were able to do.
Whoa, Kaltizi.
Stolen.
Got it.
Grab that purple. Guilty. Top lane though, left to his own devices, Oheb. He's farming up pretty well. Again, we talked about how Sensui is the pivot point. He will be the fulcrum of Blacklist's comeback here in this series. But so far, when can we expect Oheb to make a difference?
Well, he has the items right now. Oh, wait, so just up to Berserker's Fury. He can make a difference just by staying alive, staying in the back. It's close enough. It's not that big difference between him and the Earthel. It's just that, yeah, Apbren have just been able to surprise Blacklist and they've been playing off their game. The positioning, though, of Oheb, I must say, he needs to count skills a bit better. Oakwind.
He's looking for his own setup here.
Did he check?
They didn't check this. This could be very troublesome. Renegade gonna be able to find him out. There's the I'm offended. Can he get away from this? Heavy spins out, gets dragged back, flickers out to stay alive, and all this 10 seconds away for the Lord.
2 minutes until Renegade can actually get in with a heavy spin flicker play. That'll make this Lord all the more difficult for Blacklist to secure, which explains why Apbren are just standing around here. They're controlling the mid lane, and eventually, oh, there's the pull.
Super Marco, third item, Great Dragon Spear. This is Apbren saying, we'll hit our power spike now and we will end this quicker. Now, rather than let
Have to battle this out. Apbren goes in, full on team fight for the Lord. Who's gonna get another realm gonna be worked on? Super Marco's in. Oheb gets the kill, and now working for it. Flap teasing to fall as well. Blacklist International turning the fight around. It's a double for Haji, and Sensui gets the Lord.
A disastrous turn from Blacklist International, isolating the members of Apbren, making that cult altar nullified, NetherRealm useless. Few left here wondering where it all went wrong.
Oheb positioning, fantastic by the Filipino sniper, and Apbren just lacking. Super Marco a little bit too excited with the positioning, but they're gonna be going forward.
Oh, they could be in trouble here. Apbren wants to fight back, but Renegade keeps him at bay with the heavy spin. That turret held on with 1 HP, but now the Lord makes its way up top.
Oh, look at that Agent Zero working on that dead lane down bottom, pushing it deep. Apbren are cordoned off. They are locked inside their own base. They have to defend. What's Edward doing?
Oh.
Edward does it. Gets the turret. Can he make the escape here? Final slash gonna keep him there from getting away. Edward will go down, but he got the base turret.
Expensive, but worth it.
Worth it. Because of the lane equilibrium, Apbren can't actually push out aggressively with a 5 versus 4 advantage, so definitely worth it. A great play there by Agent Zero.
And now bottom lane gonna be taken care of. Apbren needs to clean up a bit. They need to turn the map blue because Blacklist International, the next time a big fight breaks out, oh, it's all in favor of them. They're looking at about a 3K, 4K gold lead. Let's check out that Lord turn once more.
What a pull there. It was a Renegade and Koopa. Oheb wasn't even there just yet. A little bit too early was that initiation by Apbren. They didn't know where the Bruno was. Super Marco off position. And that was a hell of a turn by Blacklist. But also looked like over-eagerness from Apbren.
Oh, the communication synchronization of Blacks International compromised Fuse decision-making. He held on to the flicker. So he used another round first before flickering in. Didn't even use the flicker in the whole engage anyways. So it was that space difference. He couldn't have saved his teammates.
Crowd goes wild. Apbren, Super Marco already has that win of nature.
One of those moments.
One of those moments, folks.
You gotta be here to witness it, right? But what we are seeing is basically the fact that Blacklist International fighting for their lives here.
Spotted out by the trap. He stopped on a little bit of Koopa's doo-doo. That's how I'd like to think of trap is sometimes.
But isn't it a frost trap?
I mean, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
If you're on the opposing side of a Popol and Koopa, and that's why this lineup is so good. That's why, say what you will about Popol and Koopa in the jungle, but as long as his heroes in the metagame, Vision suddenly becomes a surplus. You suddenly just control parts of the map you couldn't have prior.
Trap placement, very important. That allows a little bit more breathing room for Blacklist International in terms of dealing with all the surprise engagements that Flap TC and Apbren are giving. Again, the pressure being put onto the map by Edward is just too much right now for Apbren. The equilibrium isn't on their side. Haji has the NetherRealm, they're rushing it.
They're gonna go for it. Renegade gonna dive in, keeping Kyle TZ at bay. Heavy spin gonna come through. Still gonna be working on the Lord. Blacklist will secure it. Apbren gonna jump in. Edward joins the fight. Can they help him out? NetherRealm gonna be used. Super Marco will jump in. He'll get stunned. Can they take him down? Wind of nature. Oheb is gone. Edward on the chase. Does he catch it? Final blow along with it. He'll get it. But members are down for Blacklist International. They got the Lord. They got Super Marco.
And Agent Zero got away with it. Big trade here. Apbren 2 for 1, but they give up the big one. And now Edward still going.
Edward gets decimated. But now Lord here in the mid, Renegade and Sensui. There's not much they can do with this. They bought some more time.
Gentlemen, I have a theory. Could the Akai Rome switch up be the reason why Coach Master of the Basics was smiling right before the game began? Was it the fact that the heavy spin is now in a role that previously never had it? And that just nullifies a lot of what Apbren wants to do.
Could have been with the priority of the Valentina. Does seem like it. And it's working very well right now for Blacklist. But Apbren are keeping this competitive. But Blacklist is still in control. I can check right now, fully built. Is that Irithel, if I'm not mistaken? Yes, while the Bruno is just waiting for one more item there. Wait a minute. With the Roar, the last build there for the Irithel. Super Marco, he should be a little bit more safer with his engagement. He's getting kills, but he shouldn't be going down.
I can't blame Super Marco for the record he's had and, of course, his behavior in the last team fights.
Yeah.
Blacklist International is so good at dispersing and spreading out damage and threats. See, they have two marksmen. One corner is safe. It's as if we're not even mentioning and thinking about Agent Zero's Benedetta. They literally just come in at all angles. I'm afraid that Agent Zero's behind me right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's making his way. Look at him, his positioning constantly.
Secret lap chair.
We know, it's just a secret lap chair. We know that, but this is what people like to see from Edward, right? He gets a signature pick like this. He constantly puts pressure against the other teams just by split pushing. And not only that, but even having the pole ball on your side, you not only have an extra body, but also the split push potential is there if they decide to do a last-ditch effort if they need it. But right now, that's the main concern for Apbren is where is Blacklist International coming from?
Yeah. I think Apbren will want to commit into this. A deeper push up top.
Maybe even mid.
Yeah.
Blacklist International is holding on to that tier 1 in mid, and that's a main artery. That's one of the reasons why Apbren can't rotate or push up as hard, and that's what's making these major objectives all the more difficult for them to lean into, to commit.
Excuse me, I actually meant to say in the bottom lane because it looked like they were shadowing Super Marco with a push down bottom. Just to mirror the fact that the pressure being applied by Edward in the opposite side is just way too much to handle right now. It's forcing them to react. This is the most reactive Apbren has looked like this entire series. Edward Haji.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble! Agent Zero gets the kill. Apbren, though, here on the answer. They're going to go ahead and work down on Haji. He's down as well, with the Lord secured for Blacklist International.
That's a heavy spin spent in. Blacklist International. They know that he was back. Can they force it? Apbren. They're looking for the long haul here.
Yeah, they have a minion wave in mid. Actually, one a siege minion. They can actually get two here in the mid. Gonna go where the Lord's gonna march. Oh no, they're not gonna go through. They're not gonna risk it. A bit more breathing room is just what they wanted. It's 5. Haji will be back in time for a siege. See, Halberd was the last item built up by the Bruno.
Wow. Something tells me Apbren was looking for more in that trade.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why they also stopped was because of that trap the Flap Easy stepped on.
Renjay gonna get dragged here. Still has the immortality though, so he'll be fine. Can Blacklist International actually do anything with this Lord? They've secured themselves at the almost 18-minute mark. Eyes set on the bottom inhibitor turret. Edward gonna use the final blow out of there. But still, they're going to be putting the pressure here now on the top and bottom.
Blacklist International siege.
Edward.
Immortality pop.
Immortality going to be popped. He will go down here. Not able to get the turret. Now they could be caught out. Renegade going to get pulled. Has to heavy spin. So still, Apbren holds on to the 2 base turrets.
But again, because of their management, even though they're getting kills on Edward, there's someone else pushing in the opposite side, meaning that the minions are pushed towards the side of Apbren, and they can't make the most out of a 5v4 advantage. The moment Blacklist slips on managing the offside, then that's when Apbren can pounce and fight away. But they're pouncing right now, it looks like. No, someone did. It was a retreat by Sensui.
They're heavy in mid here this time around. Apbren looking to close the gap between them, that 1K gold lead. Tier 2 down. All right, this is going to make that Lord coming up in about a minute. All the more a 50-50. Blacklist International needs to control the long lane here. Talking about bottom.
Back forth in the seesaw. I actually thought the Flap Easy would go and stop that minion wave there, but it looks like they want to keep the flow of it around that part. Few already has a Holy Crystal, so the damage of this Paramis Yeah, if he didn't hurt, he's gonna hurt even more so now. He actually prioritized the Divine Glaive earlier first. Oh, the traps again.
Crucial for those. Ogwin could have pulled the trigger, won't do it. This is the disciplined approach that we've seen Apbren do before. So even with the lead that Blacklist International was holding on to for a while, you can see that they're still struggling to find wins in these fights against Apbren. And that begs the question, do they go for some split pushing potential to possibly end the game that way?
But, oh, they were spotted out by the sentry.
Yep.
All of them? I think the right click just head there was Ogwin.
Flap came out first. Flap was the one who stepped on it. So now, to answer the question, Blacklist can definitely just split push. Blacklist can definitely overload Apbren's decision making. But Apbren can decide the turn. If Apbren finds that perfect turn, which they have yet to do, by the way, folks, in this 20-minute game, then it could be. That's the Lord, started up by Sinsui, looking for the pull. River control by both. Apbren now, more bodies on the scene.
131 positioning has turned into all 5 into the objective pit with the XP laner of Apbren forward. Renegade is the one getting vision for Blacklist International. They have to pull the trigger on something because now the pressure that Edward is applying in the EXP lane, they're going to rush it.
They're going to have to rush it. Edward now joining this fight. They knows it's going to break out, but not going to be able to get there in time. There's the final slash. Moves into the pole they go. Haji going to fall. Edward now finally a part of the fight. Not but Sensui, it's gone. Apbren will win this team fight out unless they can do something about it. Edward trying to chase Super Marco. Can't catch him though. The peel is there.
The turn of all turns, it happened.
Bren
It's just
ini
Agent
dah.
Zero left. It's a 4v1. Run, Edward, run!
With his Benedetto, the minion wave delaying the clearing. He's holding on for dear life. And Legend Agent Zero, the last hope of Blacklist.
Oh, this is too close to cut it.
Oh no.
Oh.
We are past TikTok timers, folks. And with that, the waves are looking lethal. Top and mid, Apbren are escorting what could be the final salvo of a push, a siege for tonight's championship. Season 12 is merely moments away. Can Blacklist International delay? Can they come back in time?
Wow, what Apbren did there. Flap, the Filipino cannon yet again with a final slash that may be the final one of them all. And I'm offended by Ogwin. Conceal with 3 through the back of the Lord Pit. What a game-winning and potentially series-winning set for APB. And you see the hive, they feel it. The buzz is in the air.
Something tells me Bs are outnumbered by the agents 1 to 5 here in EVM. But all the more, that's why it's important for the agents to show up, make some noise, and give support to their team because they need it right at this very moment.
This is going to be possibly final defense, if you will. And if you looked at the timers before we took this little break, this breather, I'm not sure if they'll be able to be full force to defend it. So it's really up to how Edward can delay some of that until the rest of the team is up because, you know, Apbren is pretty much, they have it in sight. That's what they're after.
They can smell it.
This could be the end of the season. Could be the end of the series. A potential last look at our beautiful crowd.
Well,
Agent Zero, the only one left. About 10 seconds until the next member, Haji.
they should be up in time. Haji, Edwards gonna buy as much time as he can. Clears the waves. Goes it down. Apbren from World Tour to Home Tour. Apbren does it.
Bren
Tonight they are champions in home
juaranya.
soil. Apbren are your MPL Philippines Season 12 champions.
Promise finally fulfilled. Sweeter than honey is the victory long desired. The Bees
Congrats
are
Bren
now the
Apbren
best.
Sport.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. Bask in the glory of Apbren as they finally take home a season championship.
Man, what a story these guys have had for even the past year, even last season, what they went through in the playoffs to where they are now today. Talk about growth. Talk about an amazing story for this organization.
An A+ performance by the Bees. A surprise initiation to end them all. What a run for the year of triumph for this roster, for this squad.
A show of love and sportsmanship to their grand finals opponents. World class, top tier, Blacklist International put it all on the line. They held